Treasure Coast Towing picked up 4 cars from here that fueled up and then suddenly stopped working. Now, this is a sample of gas from one of those cars that became disabled. It's unknown what's in here or how it got here.
Think twice before coming to these 10 gas stations. What if the gas station you stop at every week is low-key f***ing up your engine? Sounds crazy, right? I know, but this is actually going on. Stick around, because by the time this list is over, you're gonna look at gas different. These gas stations are one of the most common for bullshit gas, and especially complaints, and these same brands keep coming up again and again in mechanic reports. Number 10. Murphy, USA. These are the ones parked outside Walmart, and that's actually the damn problem. The pumps see a ton of traffic all day, and mechanics steady flagging their nozzles. The issue is they have lower detergent levels, water contamination risk, and alleged fuel mixing. Stay away, or your car may just give out on you like it's already doing. You're basically rolling the dice. Murphy USA gas is not top-tier certified, meaning it meets only the minimum EPA required detergent standards. Number 9. Sunoco regular grade. Now, Sunoco's got a reputation because of the racing shit, but that's not what you're putting into your tank. A lot of these gas stations sit right next to truck spots, and when these fuel tankers come to refill these tanks, the gas tanks you use don't never usually get swapped out. Only the fuel inside the underground tanks gets swapped or refilled. So think about it. If you fill up after a delivery, there is literally a chance that some of that stirred up sediment ends up right in your tank. Number 8. A Moco. Most people don't even realize a Moco basically doesn't exist as its own thing anymore. But back then, yeah, it was popping best gas to stop and grab when you in the middle of nowhere, right? But it's all folded into BP now. So when you see that old sign still standing, you're not actually getting whatever standard a Moco used to run. You're getting whatever the current owner decided to put out there. So keep driving. Number 7. Shell. I know, big popular name. But a huge chunk of these locations aren't actually corporate run. They're independently owned under a Shell license, and quality control on the fuel itself depends way more on that individual owner than on the Shell name on the sign. People in certain regions have reported way more fuel complaints than you'd expect from a brand this size. Number 6. Safeway. These are the ones tucked into the grocery store parking lot, usually tied to your rewards card for cheaper gas. Problem is, a lot of these stations have had many complaints about octane mislabeling, basically people filling up on what's listed premium and getting performance that lines up with regular. How does that shit work? And it's hard to prove without testing it yourself. Number 5. Speedway. A few states have had many consumer complaints about pump calibration at Speedway locations, meaning the number ticking up on the display doesn't usually always match what's actually being put into your tank. It's usually $1 or $2 off, but multiply that across every fill-up and it adds up fast. Number 4. Cumberland Farms. A lot of their fuel runs through their own private supply chain instead of a major national refiner. That's not actually bad, but it does mean that the additive package can be more than you'd expect, and a handful of regional complaints have pointed to inconsistent performance between locations even within the same state. Number 3. 7-Eleven. A lot of these stations are much older, but that got converted over the years, and older underground tanks mean a higher chance of water working its way in over time. Reports of water content complaints keep popping up consistency at older 7-Eleven sites compared to newer ones. Number 2. Pilot Flying J. This is my favorite one. Most people remember the rebate scandal from years ago, but honestly, the more current issue people bring up is diesel and gasoline lines running so close together at these high-volume truck stops that have shown up more than once, especially at the busiest locations along major interstates. Number 1. Circle K, main one on the list, but this one is less about the fuel itself and more about what's attached to the pump. Circle K keeps showing up in local news for fraud devices found on pumps way more than most other brands. And honestly, that shit's a problem. And then sediment in your tank. Now even bigger problem. None of this means every single one of these gas stations is out hunting you. Most of these stations are totally fine. Not the ones I mentioned, but these are real issues that people keep reporting. And knowing which brand tends to have more issue means you can actually make a smarter call next time on picking a gas station. But thanks for watching and staying tuned in. I will catch you in the next one.